Welcome back to the second race of the IKR Masters weekend. Iame Cadet is up next. Finn Leslie's won the first 5 heats. Alex Biles has won the last heat of the weekend. The grid positions look like this. The only name missing off that caption on P11 we have Sam Roberts Ardolino. Although Finn Leslie's won the first 5 heats, Jake, I'm still expecting this one to be highly competitive. It's still very tricky, the conditions, with heavy drizzle and wind.
Well, Hooton Park is very tricky in these conditions. Let's see how Iame Cadet cope with it. Up to the first corner, Finn Leslie trying to hold the inside line. Hadi Mamasi trying to cut through on the inside. Is he going to take the lead into turn 2? They're banging wheels as they try and go for the victory. And Hadi Mamasi gets up the inside line. Surely he's got enough space as round the outside he's dueling, but he has to drop into second place as through comes the 90. That is Chase Fernandez into the lead. But Mamasi now back on the inside line for the next right-hander, and he's there. So Mamasi does get the lead. Leslie cuts into second place in front of Fernandez. So an absolutely magnificent start. Lots of great dueling between the 3 drivers for the lead, and all 3 of them held it for some part of that first lap. Oh, and that's Romeo Fernandez. So Fernandez spun. Now somebody had to try and get out of the way to avoid it as well. So 2 of them went, but Fernandez, oh, that's another spin. That is Alex Biles. That's the man who won the last heat. Oh, and he gets going right in front of Jamie Lever.
Oh dear me, Alex Biles, who won the last heat of the weekend before coming to this finals. Have a look at it. He will be absolutely sick, because you win that last heat, you think you're in with a chance of winning the final. Charlotte Stanley has just contacted him. Alex Biles, the only driver to beat Finn Leslie this weekend so far, and his race is over, and here comes the 29. Well, that's nowhere to go.
That's done the front fairing. The problem is there,
well, yeah, but we don't have any front fairing penalties in this event. We didn't include them for that, and that's the sort of reason you wouldn't want a front fairing penalty, because there was nothing he could do. He actually did Alex Biles a massive favour there, because he straightened him up and then carried on.
Very
true.
But
Biles now well back in the field, and he was hoping to repeat the feat from heat 6 and take the win in the final. That's not going to happen now.
Well, it's Mamasi and Leslie battling away for the lead, and Mamasi goes out very wide onto the escape road there to come out of the pit lane to go into the first corner. Mamasi getting the grip, Leslie in second place from Chase Fernandez. Then it is Pearson Bullock Carter, who is there in 4th place in front of Charlotte Stanley and Sam Roberts Ardolino. And then it is Cameron Pratt-Thompson in 7th position in front of Alex Biles, Jamie Lever and Romeo Fernandez. So the battle continues on. A bit of a wheel-to-wheel there between Jake Howarth and Sam Roberts Ardolino as they battle over 6th place.
Yeah, great battling all the way through the field. There's the 91 of Romeo Fernandez involved in that incident through this corner a lap or so ago. So Romeo's got it all to do from there, 12.7 seconds back. But Alex Biles has got it all to do. 8.7 seconds.
Leslie.
For the lead.
Goodness me, Mamasi going the long way round and holds the lead as he drifts around the outside of Leslie. That shows you the 2 differences in opinion as to how to take that final corner. So Mamasi going the long way round gets the faster line, but it's the longer line. And Leslie tippy-toeing on the inside of the apex, not quite able to build up the speed to hold on to the momentum.
This one looks like could go all the way. That's Finn Leslie, just window shopping. He's not actually buying anything at the moment.
And in 3rd place, that's now Pearson Bullock Carter. He's got through on Chase Fernandez, so great driving from Pearson as he gets through. And that's Biles cutting across the nose of Jake Howarth, who gets through, and that puts him up into 6th position.
Yeah, we know Biles has got the pace because he won heat 6. I mean, if you want to win any of the heats, if Finn Leslie's won all 5 of them, if you want to win one of the 6, you want to win the last one, because that gives you the momentum coming into the final. But unfortunately, he'll be gutted down there racing in 7th place at the moment, because he knows this could be his. He could have been taking a big trophy home. And again, Jake, because there's more than 10 drivers in this class. There was only 9 in Bambinos. We gave away 3 watches, but that was because we had 10 paid entries. Has to be 10 paid entries.
Here we go.
Here comes Leslie.
Leslie on the inside of Mamasi. Surely he's going to get this one sorted out. Mamasi's going to cut across to the outside line, but that is a brilliant run there from Finn Leslie. He gets through into the lead. Lovely bit of driving. Mamasi's going to try and come back around the outside and nearly gets there, but Leslie chops him across in the right moment. And these 2 drivers are likely to be 2 of the ones who will leave here with a Scuderia Ferrari watch. And it's going to be a very, very tough battle for 3rd place. Pearson Bullock Carter having now got past Chase Fernandez. Really good racecraft from Pearson Bullock Carter. Charlotte Stanley's not far away from it in 5th. And Alex Biles, who is there in P5 and 6, the 2 drivers there. Jake Howarth, then Sam Roberts-Ottolino, Cameron Pratt-Thompson, Romeo Fernandez and Jamie Lever after his earlier incident down there in 11th position at the present moment. But this little battle for third place is going to be interesting. Pearson Bullock Carter having got into that third place. Chase Fernandez hasn't given up on it.
Yeah, watch Alex Biles. He's on the move, Jake. He is absolutely flying at the moment. Where is he? On the 73.
He's caught up to Charlotte Stanley already.
Yeah, he's on the 73. There he is through the shot. Alex Biles is absolutely on it.
Well,
he knows he needs a top three
a lap
to
ago,
take
he was
a watch
in
home.
this battle. A lap ago, he was in that battle we just saw go through.
Exactly.
And up the inside, that is Chase Fernandez. Totally takes advantage of a little drift wide there from Bullock Carter. So Pearson Bullock Carter drifts wide, gets back on the inside. That is brave! Side by side through the chicane, and he gets him back.
That's a great move by Pearson Bullock Carter around the outside. But here comes Fernandez again, gets it back. This battle is going all the way to the line. Fernandez is the one with the Ferrari.
And look back,
but not for
that's
long.
Biles. Look back, Biles is getting the move. Pearson Bullock Carter gets back into third place, and behind them, Alex Biles has got past Charlotte Stanley on the main straight. Well, look back. Here's the two leaders still battling away, Leslie and Mamassi. Bullock Carter back into third in front of Fernandez. And look, there is Biles. He's not just past Charlotte Stanley, he's left her for dead.
He is absolutely flying. This is a battle for fifth, but he's going to be in this battle for third sometimes very soon. Now, as I said, Jake, all the kids know there's 6 trophies. That's one thing. That's not what they want this weekend. They all want a Ferrari watch, and they know it's the top 3 that gets it. None more so than Alex Biles, and he is absolutely on it, chasing these two. And whoever wins this battle for third place takes that final Ferrari watch home.
Well,
and that could be Alex Biles as things stand. 7 laps gone, still 5 to go, 4 to go as they go across the line. It's all to play for.
Certainly is, of course, while these two battle for the lead as well. If anything happens to these two, there's a chance that the 3 men behind could benefit. So they've got to be so careful as Mamassi gets back into the lead. He makes the move on Finn Leslie, and that was a textbook overtake in that hairpin. So Mamassi once more gets back into the lead. The young Canadian who's had varied campaigns over the course of the 2019 season at national and domestic level is here in the IKR Masters at Hooton Park, and he wants to win.
And he hasn't won any of the 6 heats, Jake. Let's just be clear. But it doesn't matter. Haddy knows like everybody else knows. Well, yeah, but it's the final you want to win. These are the ones where the big pot, and there are big trophies on offer for the winners at in each of the classes this weekend. And Haddy knows this is where the prizes are handed out. The big pot and the Ferrari watch. If you're going to win one event this weekend, 6 heats in the final, you want to win the final.
Yeah.
He's won none of the heats so far, though. But here he is out front.
Very true. To use one of your famous historical analogies, it's not about Culloden, it's about Bannockburn, isn't it? It's about winning the final. So, Haddy Mamassi and Finn Leslie. Pearson Bullock Carter in third place from Chase Fernandez. Alex Biles is there in 5th. Charlotte Stanley still running well in 6th place. Then it is Sam Roberts-Ottolino, who has shaken off a lot of pressure from Cameron Pratt-Thompson. Mamassi gets sideways over the curbs, manages to get the kart straightened out again. That was really well held by the Canadian, hangs on to it, but now Finn Leslie knows he's vulnerable. Stop looking too much behind you, Haddy, because you've got to keep Finn Leslie at bay.
Was that exceeding track limits there, Jake?
What's that?
There's been another circuit that's had some track limits issues
this
weekend.
What's that? No idea what you're on about. Haddy Mamassi and Finn Leslie. Pearson Bullock Carter and Chase Fernandez battling over third behind these two. Look at the gap. It's the entire length of that back straight. And look how close it is, because Pearson Bullock Carter still hanging on from Chase Fernandez, and Alex Biles is just romping to try and get onto the back bumper of them, but he's running out of laps to do it. He really needs to stand on this now to charge after Pearson Bullock Carter and Chase Fernandez. Alex Biles in 5th position as they run wheel to wheel for third.
I tell you what, if Pearson Bullock Carter, and I think he will, starts defending, that's going to allow Alex Biles to get that much closer, but can he get close enough? Third place he needs for the watch. At the moment he's in 5th. He was, 3 and change behind, 3.5 seconds behind. What's he behind this time? We'll have a look as they go through the line.
It's nowhere near as big a gap as that. I think it's only about 2 seconds as they come across the line this time. It's going to be, 13.3. 2 seconds exactly as they come across the line.
2 laps to go. He's going to be right on them in the last lap, Jake.
Oh, goodness me. Chase Fernandez made his move on Pearson Bullock Carter, and Pearson was just able to cut across in the nick of time before Chase Fernandez did the move. So he's got to be so careful now to defend on that inside inside line, and Alex Biles is just eating up the road right in behind the two of them now.
Alex Biles is looking at the 75 car. He doesn't see number 75. He sees Ferrari watch. If I beat these two, the watch is mine. And he is absolutely on it.
Oh, look at the leaders. Look at the leaders. They're side by side. Finn Leslie goes wheel to wheel with Iame Cadets. He has to hang back. We've had somebody go off on the grass behind them there. I think that might have been, I couldn't quite make out who it was, but I think that might have been Cameron Pratt-Thompson going off there. We'll double check and have another look at it, but certainly somebody off in the background behind them. Iame Cadets there in front of the 26 of Finn Leslie. And those two were wheel to wheel, but Iame Cadets has taken the lead at the crucial moment. Look at the three behind, you just saw them in the background. They are literally nose to tail for that final watch. But Iame Cadets is going to hang on to this lead as long as he possibly can. Finn Leslie, he's going to throw everything he possibly can at this. Into the chicane for the last time. Through the right, through the left, sideways for Mamasi. Hang on to it. Finn Leslie gives him a nudge in the final bend. They are wrestling with each other. Wheel to wheel down the home straight. Leslie to the right, Mamasi to the left. Who's going to get there at the line? It's going to be Leslie by 12 thousandths of a second. And here comes Biles. Biles up the inside of Fernandez. He gets fourth. Can he out-sprint Pearson Bullock Carter to the line? He's going to have problems of his own from Fernandez. Pearson Bullock Carter hangs on in there for third position. Biles can't believe how close he came.
Biles has got his head in his hands. He knows it all went wrong up in the final turn early in the race, and it's cost him the Ferrari watch. But let's call it what it was. A fantastic drive by Alex Biles to try and recover, but in the end, oh, what a battle there for third. Pearson Bullock Carter coming out just on top from Chase Fernandez, and Alex Biles in fifth. Charlotte Stanley, Sam Roberts Ardolino, Cameron Pratt-Thompson and Jamie Lever just going through the line, and it will be Romeo Fernandez who brings them home. Jake Howarth failed to finish.
And a round of applause on the start-finish line. Let's watch this move again. Mamasi gets sideways. You can see Biles gets there, nudges the back, then turns in across, but he hasn't done the move at this point. He's just set it up, essentially. They've run wheel to wheel.
Side to side, look at that, unbelievable.
So close, but then obviously there's the drag down the straight, and it all comes down to who's got the gusto and the guile and the determination to carry it to the flag. And on this occasion, it's Finn Leslie. The man who went off in the background we saw earlier on was Jake Howarth. A big shame for him. He was in the top battle, but unfortunately, it's Leslie Mamasi and Bullock Carter who reap the spoils. Jake Howarth will have to come and try again next time.
Finn, I think I nearly had a heart attack during that race. It was really exciting. I think you won by, 12 thousandths of a second on the line. It's one of the closest finishes of the year, one of the best races of the year. But this weekend, random grid positions compared to time qualifying. What do you normally race?
I usually race in random grid, and that's what I prefer.
Yeah, I think most drivers seem to do that. Just talk us through the weekend if you can.
Well, on Saturday in 10-lap practice we were fastest, and then throughout the day we just tend to get faster and won all three heats. Anyway, this morning in 3-lapper we felt comfortable to win the heat today. Then we won heat 4 and 5, and then came second in heat 6.
Now, coming second in having won all the heats, then coming second in heat 6, just as it gets to the point of winning a watch and a huge trophy, were you confident? Did that dent your confidence coming second, or were you still confident you were going to win? Because it was close in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was close, but I wasn't as confident as before going into the final after heat 6.
Okay, who do you want to thank for your weekend?
Ross Murphy for excellent driver coaching, Mark Bain for the awning, Force Motorsport for the engine, and my mum, dad, grandma and granddad for supporting me.
Lovely, well done.
Thank you.
After winning 5 of the 6 heats, Finn Leslie gets the job done in the final, takes the big pot and the Ferrari watch home. Coming up in part 3, don't miss it, it's Pro Karts.